Hello there and welcome to my playthrough of MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. So, today we are out on Kamal, which is on the Federated Suns and... I was going to say Fed Suns Capellan border, which is now absolutely tiny because the Federated Commonwealth are basically trying to take over the entire galaxy. But that spoilers, that won't work. So all these like war zones that are supposed to be really the like frontier land between both countries is really no longer that frontier land. It's just deep within Fedcom territory, like all these areas. So right, this one, if I remember rightly, is quite an interesting one. So it shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, it's only a 290 tonnage, 60 difficulty, called the Conspirators, and it's got something to do with democracy. This one, if I remember rightly, but I can't really remember. I think like there's a character in it who betrays us. Something. I usually do remember something about these, like campaign missions because they usually are really cool and there's lots of good. Like the last mission is usually a really fun one. Because it's got its like own maps or whatever. So today then, we can. It's kind of limiting us on Sea Village anyway, so we'll just do that. Go
Heads
nice
up,
half and
Commander.
half.
Weather conditions in the area will restrict visibility and have an effect on your sensors.
Right, I'm actually going to play with
Sobex here. What's the situation?
Jinto because I really could do with leveling up a little bit, and he's got one of his negative traits now. He's clumsy, so that's decreased evasiveness by 1. But you can see he's also getting positive quirks as well. So he'll probably end up in and around the late 60s, early 70s. I don't think anyone is going to surpass Brendan. He's 73. He's by far our best mech jock. Even Lemuel, I think, just sat on a straight 70. So he's very, very talented, that guy. And what we'll do is then, there's also that lady, I can never remember her name, Tabby. She's got a little bit more levelling up to do, but not much.
Not expecting a lot, but stay sharp.
And then I'll bring 2 of the others that could do with a little bit of a bump as well. So let's bring
Time
you
to
2.
earn our sea bills.
The lady in the air is gone. We're ready to go, Commander.
Right, this is a 290, so it's relatively low tonnage. I've had quite a few new mechs recently. I've got Chandra now all nearly ready to go. I think she's going to be in the shop for about another, I don't know how long it is, probably like another 30 days, something like that. So we should get her back relatively soon. I do have, though, loads and loads of really like decent mechs at lower tonnage levels, like this dragon that I'm going to give to Jess, and I might bring Callisto then, my absolute favourite. That then gives us some really nice tonnage levels to play with for the support mechs. So, okay, so we can bring an assault here. Let's bring Tanky, our big charger. Good charger though. He's got M-Pulse spam, L-Pulse and an SRM6 with Artemis. So he's no slouch. And what's that then? So we've got 95 tons to play with, so I can actually bring the Night Star if I want to. Why not? Put you in the Night Star? Yeah, it'd be quite good that, because she's got a little bit of leveling to do on the leveling up to do on the ballistics. Yeah, okay, good. Let's go do this.
Our contact from Eyes on Democracy, one Sylvan Vaughan, wants us to reinforce his security detail for the leading Trade Federation presidential candidate, Caspar Owens. We have been ordered to rendezvous with his forces at the city Owens is currently staying at. There's the city, Commander. Looks like our contact and his forces have already set up a perimeter. Incoming message from Vaughan. Patching it through now.
Commander, nice to meet you in person. As you see, my troops and I have garrisoned the city already. I'll be coordinating the garrison on field here and my riflemen. I know what you must be thinking. Between you, me, and the forces, all this seems a tad overkill. But it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared in these situations. With any luck, we should be enough of a deterrent to keep the candidates safe.
I'll set you up on Vaughn's security frequency so he can communicate with you directly, Commander.
I got movement on the outer perimeter. Looks as if our source was right. Those bastards are trying to snuff out what little democracy we have left. Commander, protect the city. We need to ensure the safety of Casper Owens at all costs. We can't let them get away with this.
Target destroyed. Incoming missile. Target destroyed.
So, yes, I think the fellow there who was
Additional
talking...
tangos en route to your position, Commander.
So we're trying to protect some kind of political event, I think. I think that sounded like that from what I heard. But obviously the guy that was talking has a British accent. And as we all well know,
Focus target updated.
Americans are unable to do a British accent without it sounding very sinister. So I am going to assume that this guy is just bad. And I do think there is a betrayal in this mission as well. So I'm just going to assume it's the guy with the British accent.
Commander's kill is about to explode.
Acquired.
Lance target received.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Reconnaissance flights show increased enemy presence in the vicinity. Be on the lookout for further hostiles.
Jump jet fuel low. Jump jet fuel empty.
So, quite a few to destroy here. We've got 28 to destroy.
That VTOL is on our list of targets. Let's make our quarter.
But we're a quarter way through. We've destroyed 7 things. So should be relatively straightforward, this mission. We are doing this at a probably far too...
Tango eliminated.
Enemies destroyed a warehouse.
I'll let them get that all out of the system.
They've got a real burr up their ass, don't they?
He's my favourite commander, by the way. Yeah, we're doing this quite late in the day. I think this is kind of a mission that you should be doing around the end of the Succession Wars. But, you know, it doesn't discriminate against your timings. If you're late to the party, you can still do them. I think that applies to all
More
the
enemies inbound. They're really
little
on
individual
gunning for you,
quests.
Commander. Watch out.
The only thing that you can't do is obviously on the DLC,
New
when like a
target
seismic
rifle.
event happens, you can't go back and retrospectively do like the invasion of Tikhonov, for instance. You've got like a certain time to do that.
Right on cue. VTOL on approach.
Target received. Engaging. Tango down.
Right, 17
Additional
things
bogies
destroyed.
setting an intercept course on your position.
You never really have to fear that number if it's quite
Our
big.
employer wants this area cleared of all tanks.
Because maybe 15 to 20 of the things thrown at you will be VTOLs and vehicles.
New
It's just the
target
mech
fired.
really
Copy.
that
Engage
you need to
commander's
worry about,
target.
obviously. Which is as it should be, as God intended it. Mechs to be king of the battlefield.
Target destroyed.
Nice. How's our cheeky charger getting on? It looks like he's taking very little damage. I don't know if he's any good. I mean, I've got, what, 3 M pulses, 1 L pulse, and an SRM6 of Artemis, and he's quite quick.
New
So
target,
I think he's
Jägermeister.
all
Negative
right.
on that target order.
Acquired.
Roger, focusing target.
Those, like, Haritan War of 3039 mechs are some of my favourite mechs in this game. It's very, very good, usually.
Enemy mech destroyed.
But I've just kind of got an
Copy. The
inbuilt
commander's target is out.
discrimination against the
Target
Charger,
destroyed.
because it is just,
Coordinated attack target received.
like, comically known as the worst pound-for-pound mech in Battletech, you know. So, even though that's completely wrong, because different variants of it can be very, very powerful, it's still an 80-ton chassis with...
Your resistance
like-
is pulling in more hostiles from the surrounding area.
Yeah, just because the chassis says Charger and it's got that derpy little gun on the side of it, it's completely irrelevant, you know. If it's primed up with L pulse and M pulses and SRM6 with Artemis, then it's, you know, it doesn't matter how it looks,
Target
right?
acquired.
So, yeah, got to give him a fair chance.
We'll have to make do without that component.
New target,
On the
Jet.
commander's target.
Charge the little guy down.
That wreck is my bitch. Hands off.
Target destroyed.
Speaking
target
of javelins,
We got him.
we did actually get that hero javelin not so long ago, and I think I played with that mech before and I was very impressed by it.
Target destroyed.
I don't know at this stage in the game it's worth bringing out 30-ton mechs. Or not.
Target destroyed.
New target, Spider.
Coordinating our attack.
If we are going in for lower...
Looks like that was the
Target
last threat.
destroyed.
Let him talk.
This has to be because of Duke Hasek. Where does he get the nerve to move against the independent voices of his own subjects? Just because we finally have a candidate who rightfully objects to his handling of trade. It makes me sick.
Well, it's a good thing you hired us then. We'll tend to our mechs and our wounded. Call us when you're ready with our next assignment. Nice work out there, Commander. But I doubt that someone in Duke Hasek Davian's position would let a failure like this slide.
Hasek Davian, I believe they are the people in charge of the Capellan March. I feel like I should know that, given that I love the Capellan March and its history. But yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's definitely some variety of a Davian or another. I tend just to ignore the local politics because they're all idiots. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is the case, and we are in that neck of the woods as well. Right. Ooh, I don't have a dervish, so I might just take him and that. So any... Yeah, that's fine. Good to sell. Very good. So everyone came away unscathed. No internal damage. After interrogating a number of survivors from the attack, we learn the identity of a would-be executioners, the 8th Citrus Fusiliers, part of the Hasek family's private army. It is, as we feared, Duke Hasek Davian's involvement was an attempt on candidate Owen is now certain, and the Eisen democracy cannot hope to stand against the unified might of Hasek family's private army. While the Fusiliers are still licking their wounds, we wanted to conduct a raid against the 8th Regional Armory. A successful raid against infrastructure that spots Fusiliers should disrupt the operations throughout the region, making it impossible for them to mount another assassination. Okay, so this is going to be a destroy mission, presumably. A destroy base. Everyone should be... Yeah, so I don't think we'll have any real damage here. So 10 days for Callisto, that's the max, so they'll all be back by the time we fly to Monaghan. Yep, part 2. These are usually 3 or 4 part missions, so we'll soon find out. Contracts. Campaign. Destroy key tag. Oh, okay. Destroy key tactical targets to discourage the Fusiliers from making another assassination. So I'm going to say this is a raid then, which is fine. It seemed to get some nice salvage on that previous one. There was some lost tech there, so keep calling it lost tech. It's really not lost tech. It's just, excuse me, it's just incorrect to call it that because it's now back in circulation. Today's Lancer, I might go double archer. What's that? 140. Ooh, I really like that grasshopper as well. We've got such cool mechs at the moment. Okay, I can bring Teddy. Big teddy bear. Yeah, that's good because then Bouncer's got jump gapple in case we need that. And we have got the 2 archers which collectively bring the full gambit of all the electronic warfare equipment, and then we're just playing tank. Nice simple. There's 2 big support units and then me and the grasshopper blowing things up. That grasshopper as well, I love it. It's a grasshopper with an AC-20 on the arm, which I just never thought about that could work, but it absolutely does. Absolutely love it.
For battle mech departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Updated intel from Vaughn, Commander. This will be a raid against support installations for the 8th Certis Fusiliers, the group that attacked us on Kamal. Eyes on Democracy want us to disrupt their operations to discourage them from mounting another assassination attempt against Owens. I must warn you that we are attacking the Fusiliers on their home turf, so watch out. They will have substantial defenses.
Right, so
Maybe I dozed off during the briefing, but why are the Fusiliers attacking their own citizens?
Because they are at the beck and call of the Hasek family. And it's really no surprise that a March Lord would be petty enough to use his own private army for a personal vendetta.
Right. So this is a really complex map, this. It's all kind of centered around that central area, but it's in some kind of like crater or something. Cool map. But I think what we'll do is we'll go down to this southwestern section and clear whatever is out over here. And I'm pretty sure it is just a raid mission, which makes sense. We're pretty good at raids for this because we've got some really nice ranged weaponry, like the Grasshopper's got range, I've got range, and obviously the 2 archers have got range. So we can, if need to be, we can pick things apart from distance. But up front we're pretty gnarly as well, because we're not a lance to be messed around with. There's some serious machinery that we've got here. I do love these like dusty desert maps. It's actually one of
Here
the
we go. Battle mech spotted.
I'll save that thought.
Let's show them why the Federation
Oh!
is to be in despair.
Don't mess with the battle master.
Acquired.
That was sick. He just like took him out with one shot. He thought he was ambushing us, and no. We're dead.
Scrub one.
Target acquired.
Weapons on Lee's target.
Target destroyed. Heat critical.
Not deployed.
Target acquired.
Attacking shared target.
So these are the Fusiliers we're going up against today. That's a really quite a famous outfit. I'll just finish that thought as well while I'm here. So,
Target destroyed.
I'm saying one thing that I love about BattleTech is that the creators they didn't mess around at all trying to go for like too much realism in the like their conception of the galaxy. Like so much of the galaxy is just like Arizona, which I actually really like that. You know, the alien
Watch yourself
worlds.
down there, Commander. The Fusiliers are no idle threat, and Vaughn isn't around with the riflemen to back you up.
Ain't that for true? By the looks of it, that rifleman had been outfitted with a pair of Gauss rifles. Well, those haven't been widely available for centuries. How do you suppose someone like Vaughn was able to acquire and maintain weapons as rare as...
Fahad, we're in the middle of an operation. Clear the damn comms. That matches the class of beetle we're after. Take it out.
Target down!
Target destroyed.
Yeah, sorry. I always really appreciate how
Engage commander's target.
Target has been narked.
Enemy mech down.
you know, like if you're talking about like the realism of space, right? It's such a grim, uncompromising, brutal place that you know, like the chances of you having this many
Target is down.
like locations with Earth-friendly
Nice kill,
atmospheres
That mech went crit too.
is just like zero, right? Like if you are lucky, you might find a few planets that you can just like readily walk around on and breathe the atmosphere, you know, with your your intergalactic spilling empire or whatever. But I just like in BattleTech how they never really paid any like weird lip service to that like the true sci-fi trope. They were just like, no, all the planets are going to look like rural America, and I think that's a really good like choice. I'd always take like story and narrative over like scientific truth, because this isn't science, it's science fiction. Much like Star Trek, I always really appreciate Star Trek because it never bogged down in the science. It always used the science for its own stories, but it is still a scientific show. I'm not saying it's not. Like original Star Trek stuff and Next Gen. I'm not talking about the nonsense that they bring out now, which is basically just like a bad variant of Star Wars. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, just saying, just appreciate that with BattleTech because it is fun. It's like the whole thing like of not having aliens. Like the chance of aliens not existing in the universe is like almost non-existent. Although BattleTech does counter for that because you obviously get like non-intelligible. I hate that phrase. Non-intelligible life is really quite an exclusivist view, but like spacefaring civilizations is what I'm saying. Like there's just none of them in BattleTech. It's just humanity, and I always really appreciated that. Apart from that one book, obviously, that nobody talks about.
Enemy mech eliminated.
New target, Shadowhawk.
Knock on target.
Target destroyed.
Target's engaged.
Oh God, so good this.
Weapon systems have redlined. I need to eject.
Ooh, lost some armour though. We're gonna have to be careful.
Laser target acquired. Firing. Missile lock on narked target.
I'm going critical.
Wilco.
destroyed.
Well, now you know that this variant of the Battlemaster is the ultimate Vulcan destroyer. That is the second Vulcan that I've done that to in this mission.
One of our assigned targets is flying in.
Kill confirmed.
So, I think we've cleared out both of these bases. I think the other set of mechs came to join in the fight there, so it should just be a destroyed raid down here. There might be a couple of turrets or tanks or whatever, but yeah, just that ends it.
Target destroyed.
Nice. Right, so I think what we'll do is, looks like there's a little ravine somewhere over here that we should be able to nip through, and oh,
Add one more to my kill count.
nice. Yeah, really impressed with this map. It's very, very Grand Canyon. I do have to be careful here because I've got a lot of good tech in my torsos, so I'm not keen on losing that. Just going to pop my head up, see what we can see.
Regrouping on Commander's grid request.
New target.
I
Hunt.
can't target that, sir. Holding at location.
Right, I think I saw a hunchback, so I really don't want to get AC-20'd.
Target acquired.
Focus the Commander's target.
Knock effective.
Target destroyed.
Get that,
Target
Hunchy?
acquired.
Should be alright here, I think. It's a tough mission, this, though. Yeah, the Fusiliers are no joke. That is a serious outfit. But so are we.
Tango down.
Destroyed. Target.
Coordinated attack target received. Engaging tag target.
So I think it's just this building here.
Target destroyed.
Good job. Now let's get the hell out of here before the full weight of the Fusiliers is thrown at you. Hopefully, this is enough to discourage further attempts on Owen's life.
We lost an AC-20 then on the Grasshopper, but that is replaceable. We've got plenty of AC-20s.
Target acquired.
Copy. The Commander's target is our target.
Target
Yeah,
destroyed.
happy with that though.
Eliminated.
That was not an easy mission. Felt like, and I love it when the game does this, it actually felt like the mech jocks that we were going up against were good, but they just can't counteract that. It's just, it's an absolute menace. Should be an illegal move, really. 6 linked together impulses. And I think they are all S tier as well, so it's very, very gnarly. I mean, when you are one-shotting in the centre torso, what's a
Stand by for
Vulcan?
pickup,
40
Commander.
ton? A 40 ton mech?
Welcome home.
That is almost too much. Almost. Right. Anyway, moving on. Ooh, nice. Got another level up there for energy, which is probably justified given that we did that double single shot on. Well, we did it twice against 2 Vulcans, I believe. So, what's the star up then? I think we might have to trigger the next mission, yeah. So, Commander, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance in the matter. Unfortunately, the Fusiliers do not appear to be backing down. While the 8th have fallen back to the new site, Tris to regroup and resupply, our intel has informed us that other Fusilier regiments have been deployed to the region. As the election draws closer, the threat of another assassination attempt becomes larger. What's worse, the next campaign stop for candidate always brings him closer to a military base garrisoned by elements of the 5th Citrus. We are concerned that they may mobilise to make another attempt on Owen's life. This election is drawing too close to his complacency. The Eyes on Democracy wants you to attack the garrison to ensure that the Fusiliers sanction. Okay, so this then will be a demolish mission. And I really don't want to put S tier AC-20s on arms. That's fine. I think everyone else will be relatively okay. So we're now on Bethel, and it is indeed a demolition. So I think this is a. I'm guessing this will be a 4-point one because I'm sure that the guy like betrays us or does something now. Actually, I just noticed in the side corner of my eye we've actually got the Victor back now as well, but I'm not going to be using him for a demolition. So we'll go full sea billage today, as I often do
Heads
with
up, Commander.
demolitions.
Weather conditions in the area will restrict visibility and have an effect on your sensors.
No, it's not going to work then, because nobody brings Callisto. She mine. It's probably slightly overkill that anyway. Let's... Yeah, I think that's a pretty decent land start. The Maul are very, very good for a demolition mission.
This will be an assault against a regional military base manned by the Certis Fusiliers. Preemptively attacking this FOB ensures that the Fusiliers won't be able to mount an attack against Casper Owens during his nearby campaign stop. Watch your back, Commander. This one's not going to be easy.
Target.
Let's take that tank apart. Boom! Dead!
Target acquired.
Affirmative. Commander's target is now priority.
Some great looking missions here.
Is such a drastic show of force necessary to protect a candidate for trade president?
It's a little more complicated than that, Commander. Local democracy in the Federated Suns is a luxury granted by the various dukes and barons that administer the systems, not a basic right like it is in the Free Worlds League. Though a majority of Federation worlds allow regional democracies to govern themselves, the Federated Suns is still, at its heart, a constitutional aristocracy. So, hereditary rulers can still attempt to further consolidate their own personal power over their subjects if allowed to.
Right. Which means?
The eyes
Come
of
on, keep
democracy
up.
appear to be fighting against a power grab from Duke Hasek Davian. If the Duke puts his own puppet candidate in this Trade Federation position, there's no guarantee he'll ever give that power back to the people once he has it.
Very interesting conversation they were just having. All true that the Fed Sons are well, she called it a constitutional aristocracy. It's
New
what
target, Cyclops.
Enemy merchant entered our territory. Engage!
it's actually what we Brits would call a constitutional monarchy, which is our system. But
New target, Javelin.
they don't have anything
Right,
like the democracy that we would like have in Britain, because we have a, weirdly, this always weirds Americans out, but we've got a constitution that's actually not written down, so an unwritten constitution, which actually works quite well, and it's all kind of based on convention, but it can get quite dicey because technically the king is still in charge of everything. And it's only in theory. His power only rests in theory. In the Federated Suns, it's not theory. Like, the nobility basically runs the whole affair, and specifically the Davian family. So it's an interesting power dynamic. But generally speaking, the powers that be in the Fed Suns, this isn't universal, there are some monsters there, but generally they are actually not a bad
New
bunch.
target,
Wilco, focusing fire.
To their own people anyway. You know, they provide like good levels of education, there are good levels of freedom and law, etc. But it's not true democracy. No, it was a bit weird then. Rihanna was talking about the Free Worlds League, and they do have the truest form of democracy in the kind of Battletech universe, whatever you want to call it. But it's still not anything like we know democracy. So it is and it isn't. It's, you know, power only lies where like people think it lies, really. There's so much of this that's about optics and convention and history and stuff like that. And you see, for us, because we, in Western countries, we have created a like modern democracies. So it's quite easy to kick people out, etc. You can't do that in the Battletech universe. Like, once they're in, like Rihanna was saying there, there's no like rule of law which says, oh well, you know, the people have a right to kick out this crooked hereditary politician. Like, no, I'm afraid they don't. Once they're in, unless that like person at the top says, yeah, they're a crook or they're a criminal or whatever, they need to go.
That's because Owens is not our client. Eyes on Democracy are. We're subcontractors doing the dirty work for intermediaries in order to keep the candidates' hands clean. If Owens himself instigated the raid against his March Lord, that would be treason, and the Duke would have all the justification he needs to arrest and execute him. Just a wee bit more, Commander. This complex is on the verge of collapse.
Rihanna is correct, but she's being very ideological there, because, I mean, she's assuming that the Eyes on Democracy are the good
I'm seeing a
guys.
number of Fusiliers dropships being dispatched to hunt you down. There's no reason to stay here anymore. Get back to the dropship now.
Quite right. And I do think this is a mission, if I remember it rightly, there is some shenanigans that now go on. But yeah, it's one of the really interesting things about Battletech. you know, these are feudal societies, really. Like, feudal's maybe the wrong word. Feudal denotes that you can't own private land, and you
Dropship
can.
on approach, Commander.
But it's where the
Prepare
power
for extraction.
resides, and the power resides in unelected monarchy. And unlike the British constitutional system, where they only have theoretical power, in this system they have real power. So, yeah, it's complicated, as are most political systems. Truth be told, there's just always going to be someone at the top who is probably going to be quite bad. I mean, that's the general consensus. The only thing you can do is try and make it so that you can get rid of that person quite easily if they are bad. That's about the best you can hope for. Right, that was good. We took no damage there. So we'll crack on. Okay, let's read through this. This is definitely one of the more interesting little missions. The election is just around the corner, so this is the final chance that Duke Hazek Davian has to silence candidate Owens. Eyes on Democracy Intel has uncovered that one Count Anton Vitios is leading the Fusilier efforts to assassinate candidate Owens on behalf of his Lord Duke Hazek Davian. We've tracked Count Vitos' location to a remote facility high in the mountains of Zovaya Zemlya. If we can cut the head off the snake, we can put an end to the Fusilier attempts against candidate Owen's life. Given the severity of this mission, my forces now will be joining you in the field, where we will launch two-pronged assault against Count Vitios' base of operations. It's risky, but if we can pincer them, they'll have no place to escape. My forces will attack from the north, while you advance on the base from the south along the primary road. Be warned, the southern pass leading to Count Vitios' base can be treacherous with long sight lines across the chasm. We're going to some range today then. It's advised you bring battlement with long range capabilities on this mission. If you are successful here, Eyes of Democracy will ensure that you are repaid whatever you are truly owed for your services. Warning, client reports. Okay, so yeah, bring rangy mechs, that's fine. Ooh, look. All the way out there. Right, ooh, there's a hero mech there, and I'm still desperate on the lookout for that hero hunchback. You do get it around here as well, usually. It's a mech that kind of sits along the Davian Capellan front line. Spider. Great. I think we will take it. I'm basically just trying to collect every hero mech. No, maybe not every hero mech, but that is worthy of collecting because it's a cheeky spider. It's got AMS as well. We'll stick him in storage for now, along with all the others. Right, I don't think we took any injuries there. Any double heat sinks? Yes. 44. Still buying them wherever I find them. I won't be happy until I own every double heat sink in the inner sphere. So, cool. £4.5 million C-bills for our costs, which is pretty extensive, so good job we've got a lot of cash. Well worth doing though, just having that that two companies on the books is so nice. Right, so let's go and have a look at this then. We'll go Maxo salvage today, 15, that's 48 points, very nice. 270 tonnage, and it did say we want to bring big old sniper-y type mechs. So, I'm tempted to bring the Victor, but I don't know if we could do this in the tonnage level. 2 archers might be good options. I've only got 50 ton left then to play with. Actually, what am I? I've got the Guardian ECM, so we can bring the Beagle probe. That gives us full electronics. And then we can drop down a little bit. So I could put you in Mina Dark. Oh, I've only got... So annoying. I don't think I can bring the Victor, to be honest. It's a luxury that I can't really afford. Okay, well, let's try with you two. I do want something that packs a punch on the distance scale. So, okay, actually she's 60. She's 65. So. What about if I just go slightly over tonnage then? Maybe if I bring... I mean, that's just a tank, so it's a bit of a useless option. Where's the dragon? And is there a 70-ton... This is just awkward. It's an awkward tonnage level. Ugh. I feel like the tonnage level here is too low. I think this might be a tough mission as well. I don't mind bringing Mina Dark. She's very, very powerful. The electronic, I think, will be useful in this, but I do need a bit of a tank then. I think we're going to do that, you know. Just go a little bit over tonnage. Yeah, let's do it. I don't usually go over tonnage, and I do have the penalties listed quite hard, so you pay for it, but I feel like this is going to be a tough mission. So.
Incoming communique from Vaughn, Commander.
Nice to have you with us again, Commander. Eyes on Democracy's intel places Count Vidios in a remote facility in the mountains up ahead. My squadron will move in from the north onto the base, while you approach from the south. Together, we can box Count Vidios in. The Count is the primary target, so ensure that he does not escape.
Let's get a move on, Commander. Vaughn is counting on us.
What drives a man like Count Vidios to attempt to kill fellow countrymen?
It's well known that Vitios is a close ally of Duke Hasek Davion. Doing the Duke's dirty work is a surefire way to gain the Duke's favour and raise his own standings within the political world of the Davion court. Fusilier forces spotted on the ridge. Move in, Commander, and take out those hostiles.
You can see why we were advised to bring range, because this is a full... Another great map by the looks of it. I think I remember this one actually, now that it's happening. I think you fight down this ridge line. Yeah, I remember it. Be careful not to fall off.
Scrap.
Incoming missile. Target acquired.
Get everyone just to focus in on this archer, because that can hurt us from afar.
Incoming missile.
God, I love Mina Dark. She's so tough. Look at that. Bang, bang, bang.
Incoming missile.
She's making light work of this archer's centre torso.
Heat critical. Target destroyed. New target trebuchet.
Cools down a bit. We'll just
Enemy
run through
destroyed.
these. Very timely.
Target destroyed.
perfect
Heat
time.
critical. System offline.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, we did well then. We took them all out. We took very little levels of damage. this looks fascinating. So there's this like huge chasm down here. So that runs on this. You can't really see it. I think I know what the map's trying to tell us there. So yeah, okay, right. And we were aiming then for. It's gonna be similar to that, isn't it? If I remember it, there's like loads of mechs on this ridge line here at the other side, and we've got nowhere to get to them, so we've just got to shoot. Hence the range. But we've got 2 archers.
That VTOL is on our list of targets. Let's make our quarter.
Enemy destroyed.
And we've got a Black Knight with an ER PPC, and I've got the AC2s and the ERL lasers, so we're pretty well equipped at range. And we've got the electronic warfare, which helps us not get missiled to death, which is always nice.
We got him.
Oh, there they are. Actually, I don't know if we have to take these mechs out. They're not even on our radar system.
That matches the class of VTOL we're after. Take it out.
Oh, no need. I love it when the VTOLs just walk into the
What's your focusing target?
target practicing, chaps and ladies and gentlemen. We should be able to LRM him from here. Yeah. I think they've got a PPC they're trying to fire at us, but oh my god, how many of these are there?
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
On the commander's target.
I'm quite happy about that actually. One of our mechs, I don't know which one it is kind of like gone to scout them. So we can dacker them back here. I think it's it must be the archer.
Eliminated.
Target acquired.
One of our assigned targets is flying in.
Oh my god, how many VTOLs? I think, I don't know if we need to take these out, but I kind of want to take them out. I mean, they can't touch me, kind of. We took the blackjack out, but there's another 3 mechs there. I'm tempted just to get on with the mission, because I don't see any benefit in taking them out. Kind of just make our way down here. A bit clunky, but it's fine.
Falling in file
They
formation,
literally
sir.
can't come down. Oh, they potentially get down there, maybe?
Target acquired.
I mean, if we got too close to them, the Warhammer will be able to shoot us like that.
Attention, Mercenary Lance! You are outnumbered and outranged here. You are jeopardizing a lawful election for Trade Federation President. You are hereby ordered to stand down. Give up your assassination plans, and we might just take you in instead of destroying you. This is your final warning.
Assassination plans. They think we're the ones plotting to kill a candidate. Something's not adding up here. I have a feeling we're being played here, Commander. Vaughn has been setting us up from the start. Don't shoot. We are standing down. We believe we have been set up by our employers.
A shame you didn't have the decency to die on us, but no matter. I just want to thank you for taking out those security forces for me.
Shenanigans.
Target acquired.
Is wide open now.
Contact North Ridge! Unidentified bottleneck force approaching the
That
facility.
guy's voice!
Defend the candidate at all costs.
Is this the comedy
Fusilier
bad
forces,
British
we are
accent
moving
mission?
to assist. Please, do not fire upon us.
Destroyed.
Affirmative. Stand by to receive IFF codes. But make no mistake, when this is over, you are to shut down and surrender to us until we can sort this whole mess out.
I think that's the best we can hope for given the circumstances. Defend that facility, Commander. This will go down much better for us if we can successfully defend Owens from Vaughn's forces.
That voice is something. That was clearly an American doing a British voice. Alright, mister, I'm gonna have you down the neck. That kind of thing, like a 1950s retrobit. Absolutely awful. Some British people might speak like that. I've certainly never met anyone who does. Alright, my son. You get it sometimes down south, like a white van driver. But still, not quite that visceral.
Those flat-top rock formations make me nervous. Keep your eyes peeled.
So, what? I don't know why the game seemed to.
You take your payment with no questions asked. Now the real security detail is in shambles, and Owen's head is in our grasp. That just leaves you as the only loose end.
There's Vaughn. All right, Commander. Let's show him that nobody makes a patsy out of us.
Even if you kill me, the Fed rats won't let you leave after what you've done to them.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Yeah, so we have to basically go up against our previous employer here, right? So this is now whatever his forces are. I mean, we are in the Capellan March, so I'm going to just assume Capellans. Can't remember what from.
Target destroyed.
Commander's
Oh, it's a Raven. Of course it's a Capellan.
not effective. Enemy mech down.
Shot.
Target acquired.
Yeah, if in doubt, blame the Capellans. If there's shenanigans to be had in the
The base is taking on heavy fire. Structural
Capellan
integrity is
March,
at 75% capacity.
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Lance target received.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed.
Ooh, cat throat. Yeah, this is
Honestly think I cared about the life of some legislator?
no, because you're an evil
Wilco, focusing
Capellan.
fire.
Evil. Very, very evil. I do evil things because I have an evil British accent. Ha 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 ha. I can't believe that there is an evil Capellan with a British accent though. That just doesn't. Fedsons, yes. But not a Capellan.
Target
Knock deployed.
acquired.
Oh, and there he is. That's his Gauss rifle.
Target.
Rifleman there. So that's our employee. Let's headshot this guy. I'm guessing we get that mech. Ooh, he just absolutely pasted us with that.
Incoming missile.
Never!
New target. Vindicator.
No Capellans mess around with
Heat critical.
my neck of the woods, which this is, by the way. This is Dust Counter territory. We are from the Capellan March. This is personal now, bro. Cappy's messing with the home systems.
Target
Nice.
destroyed. Target
Oh, we
acquired.
did brilliantly.
Commander's target.
Very proud of the team.
I've lost all offensive capabilities. Pushing out.
Target destroyed.
Great mission,
We're on
by
it,
the way.
sir.
Really great mission. I think this is one of the best of the DLCs I've done. I keep calling it DLCs. It's like DLC rando mission. Yeah, beautiful maps, great story, compelling bad guys pretending to be British. Yeah, voice acting 0 out of 10. But that's not fair. The main bad guy had good voice, but
Nice work, Commander.
that Fusilier
That piece
sounded
of crap deserved his demise.
ridiculous.
I've sent a declaration of surrender to the Davion authorities, letting them know what has transpired. We'll have to do some talks, but we should be cleared of any wrongdoing once the evidence has been presented.
Throw the
Just to
Davi
be
a
sure,
bribe.
though, let's pick up Vaughn's mech in case our efforts are not rewarded.
So we've got a rifleman with dual Gauss rifles. That would have been amazing if we'd have got that in like 30-25, but maybe not now. Ooh, level 4 Gauss rifle, yes please. We are 10 under here because we took over tonnage then. Oh, can I get that? Oh my god, that's the Cataphracts we've been looking for. Woohoo! That's all the garbage. Electronic warfare, so we won't take any of that. Oh, finally got the Cataphracts I've been looking for. It's only taken me 25 years in game. Just take nice. Okay, so he got really badly injured, but he leveled up everywhere, so that's incredible. He's now a 49, so that mission set was great for Jinto. And look at that, Mina Dark got pretty ravaged, but she did very well. So, this is from the Davion now. Commander, the Ministry of Information Operations examined the contract, cruise testimonies and transmissions. After a thorough review of your intel, the Milo have cleared you and your mercenary company from any wrongdoing. The man you knew as Sivian Vaughn was a ghost. The Milo had no information on him or his motives prior to your text pulling his carcass out of his mech's cockpit and handing his body over to us, and the information he shared with you about candidate Owens was misleading to say the least. It is true and well known throughout the Capellan March that Caspar Owens is an outspoken critic of Duke Hansek Davion, but what Vaughn didn't tell you is that Owens is also a staunch international trade hawk, running on the platform of pushing heavy tariffs on interstellar imports from the Capellan Confederation as his primary running issue. Our ongoing theory is that House Liao did not take too kindly to this and dispatched Maskirovka agents to kill Owens. When the Citrus Fusiliers guarding the candidate proved to be too much for them on their intel attempts to take Owens out and put them on the run, they hired you to guard them to disrupt the Fusiliers enough to provide them with another window to make a second attempt on Owens' life. While it was your transgressions against the Citrus Fusiliers that gave Vaughn his best window to complete his mission, had it not been for your actions on Novaya Zemlya, coming to Owens' defence and destroying Vaughn's strike team, I doubt Owens would be here today. Due to your impromptu assistance in defending Owens' life, the AFFS and the Milo have agreed to drop all charges against you. I would advise you in the future pay closer attention to who your company gets in bed with. The AFFS and Milo will not be so lenient if you are ever caught pulling a stunt like this again. Now take your civils and... Right. So we did get that DNA rifleman, which is interesting. Yeah, I don't know if there's... I mean, so glad we got that Cataphracts. Woohoo! Yeah, anyway, I'm going to end this because it's gone very long. 4 big missions there. The next set of missions we're going to do is this one, which is Hazing of the Week, which should be very, very fun. This is the mission that I've kind of been storing up for some time because I really like it. And you know what I might do? Maybe. I'm just looking. there's like a few around, like this one would be quite useful to do before the clans invade. This one, this one, this one. If we can kind of get rid of all the missions on this side of the board. I think there might be one in Taurian space as well. See, if we can do that, again, we're cutting it very, very close. I can then, the rest of the missions that we've got to do are all up in FedCom territory, or I think there's some in like Old Steiner territory. So I can basically then do these in and around while we're doing the clan invasion, which is quite useful because you make some good Seabills out of them, get some more mechs, etc. But I don't know. We'll just have to every time we do one of these campaign missions, we lose like 3 months. So, yeah, it's tough. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I will thank you very much for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you again next time.